This series is going to look at some strengthening exercises for some very underloved muscles, sort of the middle traps and the lower traps. These are really important muscles to work into the whole scapular movement of overhead lifting. So we're going to work in a quadruped position, and we're going to start by taking the arm straight out to the side. Now, I am doing the arm in this position. I'm laterally rotating the shoulder. I'm trying to get into the fiber line of the middle traps. The middle traps run horizontally between the shoulder blades, okay? So if Eleanor holds this position, her middle traps are working to keep this scapular position. Now she's going to intensify that by doing tiny pulses upwards of her arm. Tiny little pulses. 4, 3, good work. So you want to see the rest of the body staying really still, and then we've got this nice, beautiful neckline. All right, so that's middle trap. Now, I'm going to move her this way, and I'm going to encourage her into that lateral rotation. Keep a little bit more length through here. And she's going to do the same thing. She's going to do little pulses. So this is more lower traps, kind of working into the muscles here that are helping hold the scapula onto the back of the ribs. Good. How you feeling there, Eleanor? Yeah. Okay. Now go from that position back to the mid-trap position. Good. And then just back and forth, like almost like a little windscreen. 1 and 2. Good. I'll just get her to do that a couple more times. The feeling is that she's reaching out through her fingertips. I'm just encouraging her to get a nice, good gliding action. Now we're going to add on. So instead of just going to a T, she's going to bring her arm all the way down to her hip, and she's going to let it rotate. And then she's going to go back and rotate it out the other way. So she's got her palm facing her. She goes out, the palm goes down, and then her palm faces her hip. Good. And out. Now you could do all of this prone as well. I'm just showing it quadruped. So what we're doing here is we're conditioning through this whole range of movement. So the arm travels, or that's through that glenohumeral joint, but the scapula is also moving as she's doing this back and forth. Good work. Okay, thank you very much. Now, just press through both hands. When we go into any other kind of bird dog work, can you do a bird dog for me? We really want to see that maintained, because if you can see now, this arm of bird dog we know from fundamentals, is that same line of that lower traps. So what I did there was I just isolated and lengthened into that line. But I just want to show you that this is a line that we use all the time in Pilates. And back, and just do one more. Let's see it on the other side. So when I'm looking for my shoulder work in a bird dog, I want to see that nice smooth shoulder blade and that nice long neck. Good. Thanks. Now, Eleanor, I might get you just to put your back to the camera, and I might just get you to please do that movement just 1 or 2 more times so you can see what I'm talking about. As Eleanor's arm is moving, can you see how she's able to maintain really nice wide position? Good. Beautiful. So that's that lower traps, that's the bird dog shape, and then there's the T shape that we also saw. And now I'm going to get you to keep going down and let your palm turn. Good, and then back out, reach really wide. So I'm reaching wide to also cue into that serratus to help move the shoulder blades, and back. Keep doing that for me a couple more times. When the arm, remember, raises into the overhead position, this is the same for all the work in the strength course, the shoulder blade is moving up, and then the shoulder blade is gently moving down. And the way you'll know that's happening is because there's space here, doesn't look jammed down, it is moving, but there's space, and this area here stays relatively flat. So all this, Eleanor has been doing this now for a while. This is hard work. She's actually doing a lot of exercise doing this, but it's all in the cueing. She needs to maintain that. It shouldn't look like this. Can I get you to really jam up? So it's not really a full elevation, just a minor soft elevation. So go back to there, right? So she wasn't doing that before. I'm just showing you what not to look at. Look for that, or really pinchy, grabby shoulder blades like this. Yeah, so let's just look at the smooth movement one last time. Up, good, and down. So you don't need to know all these muscles and anatomical terminology that I might be mentioning. But what would be good to know is that when someone's arm raises, you want to see a nice, easy action through the whole shoulder girdle and neck area. All right, so that initial pulsing was really about building strength to be able to do that action, and then we were gliding and moving the arm to be able to achieve it a little bit better.